Good morning, all you working parents out there. I'm Dr. Sharon Grossman, a psychologist and coach, and I'm here today to talk to you about how to avoid parental burnout. Now, you've probably heard me talk a lot about avoiding burnout in general for all of you people who are working and feeling really stressed. But when you're a parent, you have double duty, right? So you're working all day, you have all the demands of your work, and then you come home and you've got the demands of your family. You've got to take care of the kids, you got to feed them, you got to clean up, you got to deal with bedtime, and that can really lead to burnout for parents in particular. So today we're going to focus on that. And I want to tell you a little story about something that happened recently. So I decided to create a platform for parents who were sharing my kids' school. So if they were going to the same school as my kids from this elementary school, I invited them to my home to create an opportunity for networking, for parents to meet each other. And it was at 8 o'clock at night, and some of the parents who had signed up came over, and my kids were upstairs. And before these people came over, I told my kids, just so you know, people are coming over. So you're going to bed, it's your bedtime, and please don't come down. And the kids asked, well, can we just come down and say hi? Because they really love talking to adults. And I said, no, you're going to bed, right? I didn't want all that stimulation to keep them up and have them keep going up and down the stairs. So it was determined that they were going to stay in bed. So now the parents start to come in, they're filing in, and it was silent, right? And they're asking me, where's your family? And I said, well, my husband's out tonight and my kids are upstairs, they're in bed. And so for them, that felt very strange. They were like, how is it possible that you're able to maintain this sort of quiet and the kids aren't coming out of bed and all this kind of stuff? And so we had the meeting, it was really great. And then I saw some of the parents outside when we had some other school functions. And one of them actually came up to me and said, you know, when I went home that night, my husband asked me, how did it go? How was the networking? And she said, never mind the networking, I have to tell you what happened. So I come into this woman's home and it was totally quiet, and her kids never left their bed. They never came downstairs. We never even saw them or heard them. And so she was just like amazed at how that's possible, because for her, there was so much struggle in terms of dealing with kids and constantly in and out. And I know a lot of parents who deal with this where they're spending hours with their kids. They're lying down with them. They're reading them stories for like 45 minutes and the whole thing takes forever. Then the parents are not getting enough sleep, right? And then they don't have any time for themselves after having dealt with work and having dealt with family issues. And so what's happening is the kids are going to bed later and later, and it's creating a lot of problems for everybody involved. The parents are just absolutely exhausted and they're at their wits' end. They never have time for themselves to recover. And so over time, that can really lead to burnout. And the kids aren't getting enough sleep, which, as you know, if you're a parent, that can only lead to more irritability the next day. It lowers their immune system. They're more prone to getting ill. And so it just creates a lot of problems. And so what I decided to do is to create a webinar series to help parents in this situation to get their time back, to get their sanity back, and to help them see that there is another way to get this done so everybody can benefit. So if you're interested in joining me, go to bit.ly/webinar for parents, and we start on Tuesday, October 8th. I look forward to seeing you there.